Everyday advertisements pushing their food as healthy or low calories create confusion about what's really true. We decided we wanted to separate fact from fiction.
We wanted to determine how the food we put in our bodies is really affecting us and what is truly lying behind packaging and labels.
We created experiments and surveys that we could conduct that would be a fun and interactive way for others and ourselves to learn along with in-depth research.
Though we can't cover everything we learned in our research, we want to share the more surprising and interesting things we discovered.
One of the biggest issues with eating unhealthy is a lack of knowledge about proportion and serving sizes.
Unfortunately, it's difficult to guess how many calories are in the food we are eating.
To test out how informed people were about calories, we created a poster to show different calorie amounts.
We included 10 different foods using 3 pictures of different portion sizes accompanied by their measurements.
We had people guess to see if they can figure out which one was equivalent to 100 calories.
The first thing we did was ask the people we were serving to rate themselves on a 1 out of 10 scale at how well they think they can guess how many calories are in the different food products. Then afterwards, based on how many they guessed correctly, we calculated a score for them. We then asked them about their thoughts on what they had learned.
I'm not really sure about how many calories you need to eat every day. I don't like really counting them. I don't think it's I think that's something that can lead to obsessions or complications. So I like just being proportional and eating healthy food.
So for the portion sizes, I was really surprised by how small they were, and they were a lot smaller than something that I would eat personally. So like the next time that I was eating something, I would really consider the portion sizes more and cut out more junk food.
Food that seemed healthy because it had words like skinny or low fat weren't actually that much better for you and had a lot more calories than I thought.
We were also curious about the makeup of our food. What exactly are we putting into our bodies?
We categorized food into processed foods, produce, meat products, and fast food.
When people go to supermarkets to buy food, they often have no clue what they are buying and putting into their bodies.
Nutrition labels are covered in unfamiliar and confusing words, so we put our trust into companies that they have our best interest in mind.
In the past few decades, processed foods have become a worldwide phenomenon.
These contain artificial sweeteners that in some cases have been linked to cancer, heart diseases, and other drastic health problems.
They also often lack the necessary vitamins and minerals in naturally grown products.
So it's not surprising that almost every diet stresses cutting processed foods out and eating more raw fruits and vegetables.
Unfortunately, even produce has its own issues.
The use of both pesticides and fertilizers over time has led to a depletion of soil quality.
This soil depletion has led to produce containing less vitamins and minerals than they used to.
However, efforts are being made to find natural ways to keep produce safe that don't take away from the produce themselves.
There are often accusations towards the meat industry regarding their cruel treatment of animals. Unfortunately, we can't claim that these are all fiction.
Animals are often kept in small cages where they are fed growth hormones, antibiotics, and genetically modified feed.
Often the meat we eat is filled with these unnatural products that can cause cancer, thyroid disease, diabetes, obesity, infertility, asthma, and allergies.
It's important to be aware of where the meat you are purchasing comes from and to support the suppliers that raise animals in natural and healthy ways.
The infamous example for unhealthy fast food is McDonald's chicken nuggets, so we decided to find out the truth.
There are over 30 ingredients that go into making a chicken nugget.
They include undesirable parts such as nerves, blood vessels, skin, and bones in their meat.
What surprised us was how easy this information was to find. It's important to take the time to look into what you are eating because it may only be one click away.
We can't talk about the food industry without talking about the agency that regulates it.
The FDA, or Food and Drug Administration, controls what food products are allowed to be sold. However, you would be surprised to find what they allow to make onto the shelves.
Propylene glycol, a chemical that can be found in antifreeze, is used in making sodas, salad dressing, and beer.
Titanium dioxide, which helps salad dressing and icing keep their white color, sometimes has toxic lead contamination.
They also allow animal hair and insects to be in common products without any need to list it on the ingredients.
A bag of broccoli can contain 60 aphids. 100 grams of cinnamon can contain 22 rodent hairs. A tin of mushrooms can contain 19 maggots and 19 mites.
As disgusting as that is, if companies were to begin listing this on their products, almost every product would have something gross allowed inside.
Furthermore, Benjamin Chapman, a food safety specialist and associate professor at North Carolina State University at Raleigh, states that food defects are not things that cause people to get sick. Although it's gross, none of these defects are harmful to consume.
We also thought it was important to discuss how people can use nutrition facts to make decisions for purchasing food.
Sometimes these labels are filled with unfamiliar words and products, but these are often in very small amounts and they don't make a big impact on people's health.
That's why we encourage people to focus on the main part of the label and compare products based on what they already know to be good or bad for them.
We created a point system to compare products based on their healthy ingredients, such as vitamins and fibers, and unhealthy ingredients like sugar and sodium.
Most products we assumed were healthier were, but we had a few surprises, emphasizing the importance of double checking.
Furthermore, at the end of the day, the most important thing is that people consume everything in moderation.
Next, we wanted to see if we could create both a healthy and unhealthy meal for the same cost and calorie amount.
The healthy meal was based on Panera Bread's menu and the unhealthy off of McDonald's.
Our task ended up being fairly easy, however, the healthy meal was better for our bodies and much more filling.
The healthy options weren't as expensive as we thought they may be because of the reduced portion sizes.
Buying healthy food is sustainable for everyday life and worth the extra cost.
Proportions can be smaller because they are more filling, helping with cost issues.
We then focused on the cost of food in a broader sense.
Many variables affect this: transportation, taxes, cost to sell, origin, and quality.
We were surprised to find that based on average salaries, the most cost-effective country to eat healthy is America.
This is because most of our produce is grown within the nation and we have low transportation and grocery costs.
It's important that we take advantage of our access and ability to purchase healthy food to create good examples for generations of Americans to come.
Lastly, we wanted to learn more about preservatives.
We decided to test French fries, something almost every fast food chain offers.
We were surprised to find the fries molded faster than we thought.
Even more surprising was discovering that our homemade fries with just a little salt actually stayed fresh the longest.
Through research, we discovered that preservatives aren't actually as scary as they may seem and are fine in small quantities. The important thing to remember is preservatives can make food addictive, so it's important to be aware of how much and how often you are eating them.
During this project, we learned a lot not only about health and nutrition, but also about the lack of knowledge people have about these things.
Most people don't take the time to look into what they are putting into their body because they believe it will take too much time.
With the internet, it's fairly easy to find information about the ingredients and process behind almost every food product.
It's easy to play an active role in the regulation of how we are feeding and nourishing our bodies.
The best thing I learned from this project is the importance of eating unprocessed and raw food. Fruits and vegetables get their good reputation for a reason, by allowing our bodies to get more from less.
I was surprised to find out how bad excess and artificial sugar can be for your body. It even inspired me to try to go a week without eating sugar, which was difficult yet very rewarding.
I was surprised to find out how healthy food could be so cost effective. The healthy options weren't as expensive as we thought they may be because of reduced portion sizes.